What is up, my friends? So, a lot of music dropped today. One of the most anticipated albums today definitely has to be Lil Wayne's The Carter 5, and it's nowhere to be found. And many people are upset, and I can see why, but there's a lot of other stuff that did drop today. We have Brockhampton dropping their latest album after the Amir incident this past summer. Then we also had the Neighbourhood dropping an EP where it's a little more on the hip-hop side with features like Denzel Curry, Nipsey Hussle. We had Lupe Fiasco dropping Drogas, whatever, and that came out of nowhere, to be honest. I didn't even know Lupe was going to drop an album at all this year. And then what was the last? Oh, we had Machine Gun Kelly dropping an album, or more of an EP called Binge. And this was after a big Breakfast Club interview and then the whole beef with Eminem. Now that is the album or project I'm not going to be talking about in this video because I haven't listened to that. Or Drogas I did listen to, but I feel like I got to listen to it again because too much to digest in that one album. But I'm going to talk about Brockhampton's Iridescence and also the Neighborhood's EP. And I feel like I didn't want to talk about all of the projects in one video because I think that video would be too long. And then I'm just going to split it anyways, the video. And then if somebody wants to listen to just the Brockhampton stuff, it'll be there. If somebody wants to listen to the Neighborhood stuff, it'll be there. And I think that's how I'm going to be doing these videos from now on, because I think one whole video will be fine for all of the because I'm not too sure if I want to do one whole video where I talk like a line or two about the album and then go move on, or if I want to talk in depth and a little more than just it was good. Let's start off with Brockhampton's Iridescence. So this album, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a good way to encompass all that is Brockhampton and the different sounds, the different melodies, and the different just attitude that they have throughout the group, because everybody in this group is different, from Matt to Kevin to Joba. Everybody's just has their different mood that they bring when their verses come up and whatnot. And I thought that tracks like New Orleans, Thug Life, then there was also the track that was I'm never going to pronounce this right, Jouvert, I think that's how you say in San Marcos, really tell you that this is a group that can go left and right and hit you with all these different like styles, but still it feels like Brockhampton. That's what I really enjoyed about this album, is that it felt whole, it felt complete, and it felt also, after they released Saturation 1, 2, and 3 over the past year, last year, that they really took their sound to a different level and a different feel to it. And a lot of people were writing on that maybe Amir was a big crucial backbone to Brockhampton, which, don't get me wrong, he probably is to the group, and it probably sucks to them everything that happened and where they are in the state right now. And I mean, that was somebody that they were close to for a long time, so I can see how that would have impacted the group. But it's nice to see that they can still move forward and can still drop a solid project that is Iridescence. Now, I'm pretty excited to see what comes next. I know that they have like some live stream going on right now that they're counting down, and there's supposed to be a big performance or live performance. I think it's going to be the whole album they're going to perform. Not going to watch that because that's probably going to drop at 4 a.m. in my area, and it's like 1 a.m. right now, and I'm pretty tired right now, so I don't think I can stay up for that, but I would definitely check it out tomorrow if I can. They also did the rollout of the album pretty cool, where it came out in theaters, I believe. Now, one of the theaters in my area had it. I wasn't able to attend though because I had something else I had to do. But that's pretty cool. I think that they definitely are one of those groups, artists that are really in tune with their fans, and I think that that's a really awesome thing to do, especially when you have an album rollout like they did after everything that just happened with the group. And at 48 minutes, I think that this is a solid project from them, and hopefully gets them some more of the recognition I truly think they deserve. So Iridescence, definitely highly recommend from beginning to end. Tracks, like I said, that you should definitely look out for if you don't want to go diving into the album. The first is New Orleans, Thug Life, Jouvert, and San Marcos. I think those are the songs that really hit hard on this whole album, and definitely my favorite ones on the whole thing. But as I said, overall, great album. nice to see them back on their feet and releasing some awesome music. They will be coming to on a tour, and I'm not too sure yet if I'm gonna go check that out, but we'll definitely see, because I am pretty hyped to check them out. I did see that live. I think it was at the Observatory video that they released, and the concert looked insane. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for that. But let's move on to the Neighborhoods EP, which is ever changing. And I listened to Living in a Dream, I think last week, with Nipsey Hussle, and I was pretty pumped because I thought that the song structure and everything sounded great. The only gripe I had with that song and the album is songs where there's too much auto-tune, and I think it would have been better without it, honestly. I think that I forget the lead vocalist's name. Let me look him up really quick, because I think that if he didn't use the auto-tune, I think it would have been a way better sounding. But nonetheless, let's see if I can find his name, because it slips my mind. Jesse Rutherford, yeah. So I think that this is pretty much a passion project for him. He has dabbled with hip hop before, and I've seen him live, and he does perform some rap songs and whatnot. Now, I'm not too much of a fan of those, but I think in this EP, where they mix their sound with these hip hop artists, and they do a little hip hop themselves, I think it's pretty good. Especially the track with Denzel Curry. I think that's the highlight of the whole album. The Nipsey Hussle one is kind of there, but not really. To me, I like Nipsey's part in it, but the band itself, not really. Now, the last track with IDK, I don't know, whatever, I think that one is also second there. And I thought it was just really cool that they actually got Ghostface Killah in here. And a lot of the beats in this actually do sound really like old school hip hop, so I can see the passion that was in there from Rutherford himself. But overall, I think it's a pretty solid EP from them. Definitely a lot of good songs I would think would sound pretty awesome live as well. And hopefully we get to see a tour with some of these artists as well from them in the upcoming future. But at 17 minutes, it is a pretty short EP that you can definitely digest really fast. And I think, as I said, my favorite tracks are Kill Us All and Beautiful Oblivion. And yeah, I think a solid EP from them. Would love to see more without the auto-tune. And I think that you could definitely they have an interesting sound going on here that would definitely be ideal to keep checking back on and seeing how it progresses with. Overall, those are the two albums, projects, whatever, I managed to finish. As I said, Drogas, Lupe Fiasco, is something that you really have to sit down and commit to, because there's a lot of things he says in it, and it feels more of sort of like a magnus opus from him. It's his 7th album, so it's interesting to see where he's gone. And I believe that the last one was Lasers, right? I think that was the last album he released. Let me just make sure that that is, because I think he released something called Drogas Light, but that was more of an EP. And yeah, I think Lasers was actually his last album. And this one, I do dig the Spanish one he did on here, which I think was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm pretty interested to see exactly what I dissect from this, and that one might be a video on its own. I think the Machine Gun Kelly video, I'll put it together with some of the tracks that just got released from Famous Dex and Young Dolph, because I think the Machine Gun Kelly one is like 9 minutes, well, nine songs total, so at 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes each, it's like 21 minutes. So I think that one's gonna be easy to digest. So definitely gonna check out the Famous Dex song, the Young Dolph, and maybe I'll put all those in one video together and then just separate them after. But sad to say that Carter 5 did not drop today, unless it's gonna drop like at 12 a.m. Pacific time. I just don't see it dropping today, and many people, including myself, pretty upset because it had been trending on Twitter and everything. But as many people are pointing out, Lil Wayne never really said it himself, it's dropping the 21st. So anyways, I think that in the end what it came down to was there was a lot of stuff that dropped today, and I was pretty impressed myself with how much music dropped today, because I think that this was pretty much like one of the heaviest weeks for releases, because you had Brockhampton, you had the Neighborhood, you had a little bit Fiasco, then you had Machine Gun Kelly, and it was like not all of them are really big names like that, but they're pretty much like mid-tier, upper tier artist, and I think that it was just going to be all saturated if he released it today. And I feel like he's just waiting for a moment when he can really just hit it hard and hit it out the park. So I don't know, maybe next week, maybe next month might be more of a good release date, I feel. But hopefully it does release, as I said, at 12 a.m. Pacific time. We'll just see. I'm gonna go to sleep though. I'm not gonna wait for it right now. So hopefully we wake up to it. Hopefully, I don't know. You let me know what you think. But anyways, as always, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button below. Hit that like, comment, share. On the road to 6,000 subscribers. As always, I'll see you next time. Stay positive.